Masvidal's backstage. He's doing an interview. And as he's doing his interview live, it's live on ESPN, as he's doing his interview, somebody walks past him and says something. All you can see and hear is Masvidal. But Masvidal's reaction isn't really worked up in the least. Masvidal responds in a polite way, no profanity. He realizes he's live on TV. He finishes his interview. Masvidal is exactly what you would think a guy would be that just came off of this huge win where he was the underdog in a division that he's trying to make a splash in. Just got a little show money, just got a little win bonus. I mean, he's high on life. He's being great. He's thanking some people, brings his family into. He's being great. When the guy walks past him, I have to call him a guy because it's not been revealed to the audience yet who this is. Masvidal says something to the ESPN cameras along the lines of thank you and I'm going to leave now. And the camera somewhere got the sense that God gave geese that something's about to happen and they followed him. Sure enough, something was about to happen because Masvidal walks up to Leon Edwards. I couldn't quite hear what was said, but I did see what Masvidal called a 3-piece and a soda. I will simply tell you guys, a 4-punch combination, all of which were blocked by Leon Edwards' face. Now, that's not great news. That's an assault. Leon did not deserve that. And I also must arm you that I don't know what Leon said. But I do know what Masvidal said Leon said, and it was something along the lines of, hey, you're next, I'll see you in the summer. There was no profanity, there wasn't anything great there, but that happened, okay? I'll personalize this. If that had happened to me, I would then be fighting Leon. I would go to the media, I would go to the promoter, we will set up a ring, and we will go take care of whatever it was that you said to me that has now offended me. That was my code. Those were the rules that I lived by, and there's a lot of bravado for that. There wasn't a lot of guys like me, anybody, anywhere, anytime, any weight class, any set of rules. But that was still the code. Masvidal's playing a different game. Masvidal's code is prison rule. When the guy makes eye contact with you, you make him answer for it. You guys decide whether that's a cool thing or not. I'm just letting you know I have known George Masvidal since 2008, and I could have tipped Leon Edwards off, and unless you're looking for a fight right now tonight, just walk past him when he's doing his interview. Keep your eyes down. You go enjoy your night with your team, and you let him go enjoy his night with his team. Now, where this got a little bit more interesting, and I realize that is not great. Masvidal punched him in this whole thing, and it happened at Backstage. By no means am I the guy that's finding bravado in this. I don't in the least, but I'm telling you the stories the way it happened. Two sides to every story, though, isn't there? So what I saw with my own eyes, not good for Masvidal. Masvidal, dick move, you owe him an apology. That's what my eyes told me. Masvidal had a different side. I'm not the jury on this. But I will present his side and let you guys decide. Masvidal said, no, not so fast. Don't give me this, I hit him 4 times and he hit me none. Okay, we're fighters and that's the name of the game, first off. There was going to be no he hits me or he throws the first punch. We were squared up. I'm going to go or he's going to go, and it turned out that I went first. Fine, store that away. Masvidal also said, I was surrounded by hooligans. Now, that was very interesting to me because right out of the gate, Masvidal has now made them the bad guy, whether they are or not. He called them hooligans. And then he said, I was surrounded by them. There was about 10 of them, and I was all by myself. I was scared, Masvidal said. And while you saw me walking up to him, before you decide to judge that, don't forget the earlier part of the tape where he walked up to me. And he engaged me first. So I walked over to him to let him know, sure, we can do that fight. And before I knew it, he came at me and began to raise his hands. Fortunately, even though outnumbered by hooligans, fortunately I was able to protect myself. Well, do I think that's a spin? Yeah, sure I do. Sure I think that's a spin. Do I think that's a really, really good spin? Yeah, I do. George Masvidal verbally convinced me to interpret something differently than what my eyes had just shown me. I got to give it to George on this one. I mean, if you're looking to get yourself out of a jam backstage, he had a three-prong approach. First off, called them hooligans, made them the bad guys. Secondly, said he was outnumbered, which is factually correct. He was outnumbered, okay? And then third, said Leon came at me for, fortunately, he said this, fortunately, I was able to get my hands up and protect myself, but I was scared. You ever get in a street altercation, make sure you tell the authorities when they showed up you were scared. If you're ever going to plead self-defense, make sure you include the word, I was scared.